Hello and welcome. Once upon a time, there was a kind woman who longed to have a child. One day, she visited a wise old witch for help. The witch gave her a barleycorn and told her to plant it. The woman did as she was told, and to her amazement, a beautiful flower bloomed. As the petals opened, there inside was a tiny girl, no bigger than the woman's thumb. The woman named her Thumbelina. Thumbelina lived happily in her mother's house, sleeping in a polished walnut shell. She sang sweetly and brought joy to everyone. One night, as she slept, a large toad crept through the window. The toad thought Thumbelina would make a perfect bride for her son. She took Thumbelina to a lily pad in the middle of a pond and left her there. When Thumbelina awoke, she was frightened and alone. She cried for help, but only the fish and the birds could hear her. A kind fish took pity on her and gnawed through the stem of the lily pad, setting her adrift. As Thumbelina floated away, a beautiful butterfly helped guide her to the shore. For a while, Thumbelina lived peacefully among the flowers. But one day, a beetle spotted her and decided she would make a fine companion. He carried her off to his tree. The other beetles, however, did not like her because she did not look like them. Feeling rejected, the beetle left her alone in the forest. Thumbelina wandered through the forest, braving many hardships. As winter approached, she found shelter in the home of a field mouse. The field mouse took her in and cared for her. In return, Thumbelina helped with the chores and entertained the mouse with her beautiful singing. One day, the field mouse announced that Thumbelina would marry her neighbor, the mole. Thumbelina did not want to marry the mole, who lived underground and never saw the sunlight. However, the field mouse insisted it was a good match. Thumbelina was heartbroken but had no choice. As the wedding day approached, Thumbelina went to visit a swallow she had nursed back to health during the winter. The swallow, seeing her distress, offered to take her away. Thumbelina climbed onto the swallow's back, and together they flew over mountains and valleys until they reached a land of eternal summer. In this beautiful land, Thumbelina met a tiny prince who was just her size. He was the prince of the flowers, and he fell in love with Thumbelina at first sight. He asked her to marry him, and she joyfully agreed. As a wedding gift, the prince gave her a pair of delicate wings so she could fly from flower to flower. Thumbelina and the prince lived happily ever after, surrounded by the beauty of the flowers and the warmth of the sun. And that's the story of Thumbelina. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.